darks, 8 different mediums, and 8 different lights for a tumbling block pattern. And it has taken me 3 hours to go through all the fabric in the shop and try to find anything that goes that I have 8 of each of. So a lot of mixing and matching, but now I'm ready to start cutting all these. So I thought tonight I'll just do it on the live while we're hanging out. So I'm going to go over here to this one. Let me see. I'm going to see which is the best way to face the camera so you guys can see. There's Karen Bush. Hey, girlfriend. What are you working on tonight? Let's see if we can get this where you guys can see the whole thing here. There we go. There we are. Now you get to see everything. There's the keyboard, my whole setup, and I'm going to move my picture where you guys can see me and watch me cut at the same time while we're hanging out tonight. There we go. So, Karen, are you going to do the tumbling block pattern that Wendy Mueller brought up? I'm going to share that. Hey, Jean, how are you, honey? Jean, those irons are on back order. So I think I'll have everything in for you by Wednesday or Thursday, except those irons. But they will be in soon. Checkers assured me. Okay, so I picked a bunch of fall fabric to do this with. Right now I'm cutting my lights. You were supposed to have 8, but I'm going to, you needed 5 strips of 8 different fabrics, 5 2.5-inch strips. And I'm going to be sharing that post with everybody, so anybody that wants to do this along with us can. And if you want to come up to Living the Dream and get some material, come on in or get online and check out what we've got. But I am cutting 20 inches because I have these handy dandy new, oh, that is too close. These handy dandy new AccuQuilt cutters that I'm going to use to cut all of my diamond shapes. You need 300, I think it's 344 diamond shapes. And I'm not going to take a lot of time to do it. I'm going to use my AccuCutter, and I should have it done in about 20 minutes after I get all of my strips cut here. So I just thought I'd come on and get all my strips cut, and maybe we'll have enough time that you guys can watch me do the rest. How have you been, Jean? What are you working on tonight? Karen just got back from the store, so she's not working on anything yet. My pile over here. And this shouldn't take us long to cut these 20-inch pieces either. You guys have to forgive me. I went online today. Where's my tissue box? Oh. I went online today. My eyes are burning, my throat is sore, and my nose has just been running since 7 last night. I already did. Let me look. I don't know if we sent them out already or if they're back here. Let's see. Brenda Wayne, Alice. What's this one? This one might be yours, Jean. I have it right here, Jean. All packaged up for you. Yes, ma'am. And the patterns are on their way. All right. Well, hello, Miss Sherry, and hello, Seth. Glad to have you in here. Sherry, I'll have you quilting yet. You just come on down. I'll have you living the dream with us. How was Cammie's birthday party? My granddaughter, she probably just turned 15. Lord knows. Those girls are growing faster than I can keep up with them. Yes, me too. I saw a news report a little bit ago. I have every single symptom of breathing in this air from the Canadian wildfires. It is something else. I cannot wait until the air is clear again, because it's and I haven't been out that much. I took Kenyon and his girlfriend to the movies today, but this started last night about 7, and I was indoors and hadn't really been out much. How's the air down in down toward Atlanta, you guys, and over in Virginia? All right. See, I use these pretty owls. They'll be cut into 2.5 inches, but I still think the pattern will be pretty. I can't wait to see how this turns out. I really love these. Well, I love all the colors. Thank you very much, Jean. I hope so too. It is not fun. And this, amazingly, before I had the heart attack, I was sick every 2 to 3 weeks. Had the flu, had COVID, had everything coming and going. But since I had the stents put in, knock on wood, or some wood, I have not been sick since the day of the heart attack. But I went to bed at like 7:30 last night. It came on all of a sudden. I didn't feel good at all, and it's went into today. But no, like no sickness, just my head stuffy yet running. It doesn't make any sense. It's not getting to you in Alabama. Good, good. I'm coming down there, Karen. I'll come hang out with you, girlfriend. So, I did not use, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't use 8 different colors. I used 6 different colors. So you were supposed to cut wait a minute, 5 strips of 8 different colors, which was 40. So I'm actually cutting 7 strips of 6. So I'll have a couple extra, but that's okay. We'll see what works. I'm just excited to do this tumbling block. And I think, if I'm right, it either makes a full size or a queen size quilt. I know one of the dimensions was 92, and I can't remember what the other dimension was. But I will share that link on the Living the Dream page for everybody. And there's a nice little cute quilt shop with a very nice woman that seems to give really good direction. And I've always wanted to do the tumbling block. I was going to do a tutorial on it, but I didn't want to take her thunder. So I thought, well, I'll just do it along with her, and anybody that wants to can join in. Here's another fabric I chose. Love this. It's a light yellow with purples and teals. Really love this fabric. And if anybody's interested, it's from the Night Owl line that we have online. You can get it online or here in the store. And then this is my last light. This is a very light yellow with some blue and orange and a little bit of pink in it. So Seth, you'll have to call me later, or Sherry, and let me know how the birthday party went. If they all enjoyed playing in their water park. And if you're new here, make sure you say hey, let us know where you're from. We love having new people on the lives. And if you like what you see, subscribe on YouTube or like us on Facebook and follow us, or both. YouTube is better. Need another tissue. Here we go again. Oh. YouTube is better because Facebook deletes videos after like 3 weeks. YouTube, you can watch the videos forever. There's a few under the playlists, and if you go under the lives, you can see the tutorial. We did a 13-week tutorial with a block of the week. So there's a free block of the week course with 12 great blocks. Now here's one of my darks. Look at that. Love these fabrics. This has got a lot of teal and orange in it. My mediums have a lot of orange. And my lights have a lot of yellow. But I wanted to mix it up a little bit and let the colors draw in on each other. And I think I finally got the sweet spot for doing that today. Does it take you guys a long time to pick colors out for a quilt? If I'm doing a sampler for the shop and I'm just doing one line, that's one thing. But when you're needing a lot of different colors, it just drives me crazy. And this is going so fast, I think there'll be plenty of time to use the AccuCutter and show you guys how I'm going to cut these diamonds really fast. Here is the next one. Look at those butterflies on teal. Love these colors. And if you're a quilter out there, let us know what you're working on. And you can go to the community page on YouTube, share your pictures. We love to see people's quilts. And you can also see that block of the week I was talking about. You can see a lot of the girls' different takes on it. And Karen Bush, Karen Warwick, Sandy Wilmoth, I think Marie and Angie had posted theirs. Absolutely beautiful to see the same quilt with all the different colors. I love that. Oh, aren't those butterflies pretty? I love them, Jean. There is Melissa Hall. Hey, girlfriend. How are you tonight? Good to have you on here. Yeah, me too. I just thought I have got to incorporate, and I love fall colors. So I thought I have got to incorporate some of those fall fabrics in this quilt. And I'll probably be working on this next Sunday night. Another tissue. Is anybody else experiencing this other than me? It's a class sew along. Yeah, Karen. And I guess maybe she already started it because I watched the video today for, I thought it was just to get how many pieces we need, but she actually made one of the blocks for it. There is Sharon Kincaid. Hey, Miss Sharon. I did not see that, Jean. I'm going to have to, let me look. I'm going to look now. Diane said you brought it up and it was beautiful. Let me look and I'll share it with everybody. Let me see. Facebook. Not so much. Not Facebook, YouTube. And in order to find the community page for our group, you just go to Living the Dream Quilt Shop and go to View Channel and you'll see Community. And you just flip through those. Let me see. No, I need the Community. Hit on Community and then flip through theirs. Oh, and I'm going to change it to newest. If you click on top, it'll give you the ones that have been commented on the most. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. See, that is what I love about this. Look at Jean's quilt. And I'll find a picture of mine in a second to see the different ways the colors look. It looks like a whole different quilt. That is absolutely stunning. I love your color choices. Let's see. I'll show some of you guys that weren't involved with it, but you can go on and see all the videos. Seth is turning them all into tutorials. But I'll show you all the different colorways. Here's one of Jean's blocks that's separate. Isn't that beautiful? Love that blue and yellow, Jean. Oh, man. And then here's a quilt Karen Bush is working on. Look at those. Totally stunning. Karen, that's, is that Batiks? And who is this? There's another one of Jean's. Jean, those colors are beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. There's Angie Stevenson, one of her blocks. So it's just great to go on here. Oh, here's Karen Bush's. Look at that. So look at that compared to Jean's. They look so different and yet so stunning. I love them. Let me see if I can find, I think Karen Wart posted her whole quilt. And she actually did two versions. That's Karen Bush's. I think Karen, uh, the other Karen posted. There's part of it. Here's part of her. She did blues and greens from Moda. Really pretty quilt. That it's not even showing up as good as it looks online. And then here is Sandy Wilmus. Look at that. Love the colors you guys used. It does remind me of batiks, yes. I saw you went to Ohio. I did, I did. I'm glad you made it back safe. Alrighty, now here, look at this. I'm using a couple of these from that owl material. This is the blue trees, because I've got a lot of blues mixed in my flower material. So I wanted to pop those colors a little bit and make sure it all blended together at the end. I knew I didn't catch that at the bottom. I need to push this up a little. There we go. I have learned to enjoy this, but I didn't used to because I just wanted to get to the sewing. But now I have learned that if you take care of your material before you cut it up in little pieces to sew, it does so much better when you're sewing it. So I've learned to enjoy this process. And especially now that I get to hang out with people while I'm doing this, that makes it all the more fun. When you're home alone and you're just sewing on your own, I used to listen to the TV while I was doing it, but after we started doing retreats, I kind of like the camaraderie. So at least I can see you guys on here and see what you're doing. Now here is, this looks blue, but let me hold the blue up. This is actually the teal. There you go. See the difference in the colors? Love these two. Sherry, when you coming up to look at machines, girlfriend? I'm going to have you quilting with me so we can get those grandkids some more quilts going. All right, now here is two more of my mediums. So I've got 6 mediums. Look at the pumpkins. They've got the teal in them and the burnt orange and a little bit of other colors like the yellow down in here and the very light yellow. So I know that'll go really well with my mediums and my lights. An MSG, a message. Okay, you send it on, Melissa. Do I need to read it now? Or can I read it after? You tell me. I'm just excited to use my AccuCutter tonight. I cannot wait. But before I do that, I'm going to have to press these pieces with Best Press, because when you're cutting triangles and diamonds, you're cutting on the bias. And that, here, let me show you guys. So I've got this fabric here. Okay. Hey, there's Sharon Kenny. Hey, girlfriend. Okay, so when you're cutting on the bias, so this is edge to edge from selvage to fit selvage. Let me get up close. And it barely stretches. And then this is the width of that's width of fabric. This is length of fabric. You can barely pull it. Now watch this. I'm going to fold this over into a triangle. Now watch me. You see how far that's pulling? When you're trying to sew on that, you cannot tug because you don't want to distort that fabric. So when you cut a square out and then you cut it in half, you are sewing on the bias, and that is very stretchy. The best thing you can do for that is to put Best Press or Acorn starch on it. Oh, Karen, I got to show you something. So Karen did a little video about this. Look, Karen, look what I had in the shop. It is, let me see, this is 16 ounces, and I got the Easy Press mist bottle, and this is $34.30 for both of these. Now, I'm going to have some kits in the shop for people that want it. I think it's going to be a little bit less. Okay, Melissa, I am so sorry. I forgot to look that up for you. Yes, ma'am. I'll look that up and let you know. But I'm going to use this tonight. Becky's paying for it out of her pocket. But so I did not know until I saw a video the other night that when you use Best Press, we normally have the little mister things, or we have the spray bottle, and it sprays in gulps. I just ordered a bunch of mister bottles which spray light and out. So it covers your material, but not in big gulps. And it doesn't soak it, but it puts enough on there to make it better. And they sometimes call this Best Press 2. It's a little bit better than regular Best Press, because when you're on the bias, you need that as stable as possible. So I got to thank Karen for that, because I did not know without you, girlfriend. Yeah, this is the big kit. I bought 2 of these and had a girl at Dayton buy one. And this one had been sitting here because I really didn't understand what the difference was, and I didn't look into it. But after you did your little thing, I looked into it and figured out I'd do things the smart way now. It is amazing. But there's also pins. If you go to Karen Bush's page, she uses the Best Press pen, and wait till you see her seams. It makes her seams so much better and flat. And she told me today they stay flat. They don't just flatten out for the iron and then puff up. They stay flat. Now here's the last dark I'm using. Isn't that beautiful? I love this material. I'm just crazy about it. And that's another thing. When I start on a quilt, if I'm doing it for myself or for somebody else, if I love the material, I seem to be able to go much faster and do a lot better, because you're petting that pretty fabric, and you're staring at it, and you're seeing this beautiful quilt come to life. I absolutely love it. And luckily, when my customers bring me quilts, I am almost always in love with the fabric they're using. And I get to see a lot of beautiful quilts. Sharon, I'm going to put a link up. Wendy Mueller from Wisconsin is doing this sew along with this quilt shop. Let me see if I've got it. And I'm going to put the link on the Facebook page, and I'll put it on the YouTube channel too. Let me see. Here we go. It is tumbling blocks pattern, and Quilting in the Valley is the quilt shop that's doing the tutorial, and it's totally free online. And I didn't want to steal her thunder and do it, so I am doing it along with her. Ladder. Karen, didn't you tell me something about flatter? Didn't it used to be called flatter or something? Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you sharing that. But Sharon, tonight I'm cutting 20-inch pieces of fabric that I'm going to have to pay a lot of money for here in a little bit. And then I pay, just so you guys know, I don't even give myself a discount. I pay full price in the shop. It keeps me from taking too much of the candy jar. It keeps my hands out of the candy jar. So I pay full price for everything in here. But every once in a while, you know, something comes along and you just gotta do it. And by the way, speaking of beautiful things, if you guys are local, up in I think it's Harrisville, Virginia. Harrisville. Anyway, Google it. It's called Bunny's Nest. There is a quilt shop up there. If you're going up 50, it's right before you get into Parkersburg. There's a McDonald's on the right and a Dairy Queen. Get off that exit, turn left. It's 1.8 miles. You run right into it. Beautiful fabrics. I just bought a ton from them the other day. Absolutely loved them. You got to go check out their shop. Yes, me too. I still love my best press. Here is another one. Now, I'm using this as a light. I think it'll go really well because all of my light ones are pretty plain. They are blenders. They're not solids, but they're pretty plain, and I think you'll really be able to see the difference between the quilt block sides with these. I'm hoping. If not, oh well, I'll love it anyway, right? Yeah, Harrisville. Have you been there, Sharon? And if you guys go, tell them Becci sent you from Living the Dream. Kathy and a friend of hers, Robin, they are the sweetest women in the world. I wish they lived next door. They are just like our people. Um, they bought the CM17s, and Kathy is co-owner of um, Bunny's Nest. And I went up to give them their lesson and got to go tour the shop. And it was amazing. But they both have the sweetest puppies in the world. I love their dogs. And they are the greatest women in the world. I love it when I give a class and I have fun the whole time. And they're just easy peasy. Love them to death. Is not it? Yes. Yes. Oh, Melissa, you will die when you walk in there. Yeah, you will die. It's right off of 50, and I mean to tell you, I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to be rude and take up her whole day. She opened special for me, but my God, if I'd have stayed there all day, I wouldn't have any money today to be buying this fabric. And I was going to show you guys on the live the other night what I bought, and I totally forgot. But I can't buy every fabric out there. I wish I could. So when I see other fabric that I absolutely adore that I can't afford in the shop, I tell people where to go get it. It's off to the right. Get off like you're going to McDonald's or Dairy Queen, but when you come down the exit, turn left. And it's 1.8 miles. Oh, I wish the smoke and haze would go away. Awful. And here's the next light I'm using. That'll blend in really well with all those flowers and all the orange and the pumpkins. And we are almost ready to get the cutter out. I cannot believe I've already cut this fabric so quick. And I've got a friend coming over that wants to see how the cutter works. I hope she gets here soon so she can witness this with us. I've got one more to cut, and then well, I'll have to press first, so we will have that. And then this, look at this. Love this. This is so luscious, but it'll go so well with those other fabrics. And then I'll show you all my fabrics together. I did have fun today sitting here trying to plan this out, but I went through all the purples, all the teals, all of the pinks, the peaches, and I just couldn't decide on anything. And I kept going back to those pumpkins, and I was like, okay, it's going to be fall because I just got to do something with those pumpkins. The dragon material, I will have to check on that. I am not sure, Melissa. Usually when we order it, like he came the day before yesterday, and we ordered for next Christmas. We didn't Halloween, Christmas, and Easter. So I would say the last time he was here, that was 3 months ago. That was probably, and that material will be here next February, March, and April. So I would say that dragon material should be coming like October, no, September, October, November. Oh, that's really good. Hey, there's Tris Fisher. Hey. Oh, goody, goody. You don't have to give up your sewing room, do you, Tris? I know a lot of women that have had their kids move back in and they had to give up their sewing room. Okay, so that was the last one. Let me get my trusty iron over here and my ironing pad. Let me see where I put it when I got back. Oh, no, am I going to have to use this? Oh, no, I see it. There is my wonderful ironing pad that my bestie Pepper made for me. I did buy it, but she made it and I love it. Let's see, where is my iron? If I can find where the girls hid my iron at. Not in there. Not in there. Not in there. I know I have more than one iron in this quilt shop. Let me see. Look over here and see if I can find it. Retro, where is my iron? All right, that's odd. Now I've got an iron here. Let me look in this tote. Here it is. Right. While I'm plugging this in, I got to show you guys what I found the other day when Mark came. Anybody like morels? I found morel fabric, Seth. I'm going to have to make you a quilt. Couldn't believe I found morel fabric. Let's plug this in. Uh-oh. Iron got bent. Thing got bent a little bit. And not plugged in. Alright. I'm going to have an extension cord. Let's see. I'm not used to ironing from that side of the table. So I'm plugging an extension cord in. Yes, I've got an extra outlet up there. Another tissue braid. Okay. Now, let me figure all these out. I know. It is great. I love it. I also like my Tula iron, though. So, oh, okay, Becky, plug it in first. You have 12 grandkids, Melissa? Holy cow. Were they like bunnies? Yes, absolutely. I'll have to try that faultless too. Yeah, I love morels. Absolutely love them. It's hard to find them, but when I find them, I love to eat them. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me set this over here where you guys can watch me. Let's see. So this says, oh, refill your 4-ounce bottle to easily fill the Easy Press pen, or fill your Easy Press mist bottle for even coverage on larger pieces of fabric. Wait 5 to 10 seconds and press in for up and down motion with your dry iron set to wool. Okie dokie. So let's open this up. Fill this container. I'm going to turn it upside down. I don't know if you have to or not, but turn that upside down and fill that baby up. Alright. Give that bottle a nice little drink of that. And Karen said a 16-ounce bottle should last you a good while. Now, I also got 4-ounce bottles ordered in case anybody wants any. They'll probably be shown on the show this week. Okay, so I'm going to push this up here. Oh, got a little bit down here on the thing. Let me tissue and wipe that up. That was a clean tissue, by the way, not one of the ones I've used. Okay, so we're going to mist this. There it goes. Oh, yeah, that does do better than the bottles. I'm going to have to get a bottle and show you guys the difference. That does much better. I am very impressed already. Okay. Oh, it said wait 5 to 10 seconds. Let me get a bottle while I'm doing it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I'm hoping. Watch what's coming out of the sprayer. It's not coming out yet. Can you guys see that? It's like big droplets, and I can see the big droplets on here, but when I spray with that, it is like a total mist. It is not like droplets. Okay, I have learned something new. So even if you want to put your best press in the mister bottles, and I know a lot of girls that did, but I never understood why. Now I know. Righty. Karen, do you have to do both sides of the fabric or just one? Does it soak into that other side? Pull this over here. And it should not take us long at all to press these. And then we can go right to the cutter. I can't wait. There's one. So if you guys dropped in here after we started, let us know what you're working on. We've got about 15 people in here, and we want to know what everybody is working on this week. Have you started a new project? Are you doing a UFO? Is it something unique, something you've never tried before? I have never done this tumbling block. I have Cecil's grandmother's, and here in a minute, I'll see if I can reach up there and grab it. It's a very small version of the tumbling block, and it was done by hand. But this is a much bigger version. If you guys go to the tutorial that I'm going to post the link for, she will show you at the end how big the blocks are. I'm thinking they're like 14 or 16 inches once you get the diamonds sewed together. Oh, and it feels like both sides are getting this. I don't know if it's because I'm spraying it so thick or... Let's see. Okay, tissue again. Thank God for Puffs Plus. I'm really tired of blowing my nose today. Okay. No, not at all. It is nice and clean. Doesn't gunk it up. And you can feel it. Your fabric is just a little bit stiffer. It's not like the old time spray starch, Sharon. It doesn't make it stand up and beg, but it does make it a little bit stiffer enough that it's noticeable just slightly. And it does so much better when you're sewing on the bias. Karen, you still with me, honey? I think I will flip these over just to make sure it's getting both sides, but it kind of feels like it. But I don't want to get halfway through this project and have those diamonds start giving me fits because they're on the bias. I'd rather know my rear is covered. And the reason I'm not opening this up to get this seam out, when I fold it on the Accu-Cutter, you have to fold that in half to get those strips cut, or you fold the length of fabric in half, so that would be right there anyway. So that's why I'm not opening that up, because I want it to cut those strips perfectly, and I need that halfway point there. And remember, you set your iron to wool, and a dry iron. You don't want to use any steam. Okay. It's all right. Was I boring you, Karen? You're okay, girlfriend. What movie are you watching? So I started watching Carol Mahaffey called me the other day. You guys remember the Scott Peterson case? Apparently the Innocence Project has picked it up, and they're trying to get him back into court. And from what I saw during the trial, I really thought, yeah, he is definitely guilty. Well, um, on A&E, you can watch, I think it's called Scott Peterson, The New Evidence. And they give a lot of evidence, and I don't know if the man is guilty or innocent, but apparently after he left and was seen at the marina, 11 different people had come forward and said that they saw Lacey walking her dog at times that were after he had left. And there was a burglary in the house across the road from him on that day, and the police changed the date of the report because they didn't want people to think that that he could be innocent. And that kind of worried me. Yeah, I did that side. Okay. So really strange and kind of scary. But I watched 1.5 episodes. There's 2 episodes of that, and that was pretty interesting. But I'm looking for something else to watch. I've been watching a lot of Perry Mason lately. Ride or Die. Oh, I might have to watch it. That sounds good. You let me know if it's good. Then I'll decide if I'm going to watch it. We'll let you be our, what are they? I can't think of the word, Karen. Tell the Rotten Tomatoes, it tells us if the movie's good or not, but I don't trust them. Every time they don't like something, I do. Oh, I just dropped my best press. And once I get all these ironed, I will show you guys my lights, my darks, and my mediums before we put them on the cutter. In fact, I think I'll put them on the cutter separate. The lights, the darks, the mediums separate. That way, I won't get all the angles mixed up. I want to keep those separate. Probably would help if I did sprayed both sides at once. That'll give it that 5 to 10 seconds to set. Oh yeah, I love Yellowstone. Are you watching now? I haven't been able to get into the Marshalls like I was Yellowstone, But the Dutton Ranch, I love Beth and Rip, but I haven't watched them in a couple of weeks. I think I was getting depressed watching people be mean. I've had enough of that lately, but I do enjoy it. She's a sniper. All right. Did she just kill the bad guys? Is there a new Big Brother on Karen? I thought I saw a new Big Brother. Karen likes Big Brother. I watched one season, but there's some backstabbing people too. I just can't take people. People are mean. I like nice people. Yeah, spraying both sides at the same time and then starting. That's working a lot better. I like that. All right, now we're cutting the pretties. Let me see. Okay, we've got one, two, three, four mediums, five mediums. Okay. And then one, two, three, four, five, six lights and six darks. Okay. I wanted to make sure I had all the material up here. This spray mister is a must. I'm going to have to get some more of these for Grandma's house. Love it. And I can tell this does work a little bit better than the best press. The best press works good, but I can tell this is a little bit more, got a little bit of thicker feeling than the regular best press. So that'll make those diamonds when we're sewing on them a lot more stable. I like that. Yeah. Yep. Now, it does get better, Gene, so don't give it up yet. It does get better. Now, I haven't watched it in a couple weeks, but it does get better. Cecil is really enjoying it, but I like Landman. Anybody watch Landman? And I really didn't think I would, because at first I hated his wife and daughter, but I like Billy Bob Thornton. And I was enjoying the one with Sylvester Stallone, Tulsa King. But what I hate about it is this come out with 8 episodes all at once and then nothing for a year or a year and a half. That is driving me absolutely batty. Yeah, Landman is really good. All right, now the pumpkins. We are getting there. We are getting there. I cannot wait to try this. And if Maggie don't show up before I get the last colorway done, I might do like the lights and darks on here and then save the mediums to show her how it works. Who on here already has a, I know Karen Bush does, who on here already has a Acu cutter? Oh yeah, love Sam Elliott. Oh yeah, Gene, you gotta check it out. They've got 2 seasons out. You'll love it. Um, I didn't like the first 2 episodes of the first season, but then Cecil kept watching it, and yeah, it's good. It's really good. I love to binge watch, and when you watch 8 and you're done for a whole year, it drives me insane. And it's really sad because I know we used to watch episodes of stuff once a week. Then you had to wait till next week to see what happened. Dallas would always have a cliffhanger at the end of the show. And but now, like for I love America's Got Talent. I hate waiting until the next week to see the next episode. But then again, I hate running out of episodes and waiting a whole year. It's awful. I liked it better when they used to go from when school started in the fall all the way up to June. And then you had the summer off. But now, my God, you got to find other things to watch. Okay, I am spraying both sides at once and then ironing, pressing, but I am finding that just by pressing one side, the other side is already dry. So if you spray both sides and then press one, you don't have to flip it over and press the other side. And if you can tell, you can almost see how much thicker it is because it's not just folding instantly. You can feel that. That over. And then I'm going to have to take another tissue break. This is awful. So Sharon, have you been using your cutter? I know Sharon Kenny bought one. We sold out at Dayton, and I've sold 3 this week since I've been back. And if anybody wants to check them out and they're local, you can come in here to the shop and play all you want. Got some material with them. We have some material set up for you to use, and they're all on sale for Christmas in July. Great deals. I'm telling you, great deals. In fact, I can't remember. I think you can look them up on AccuQuilt and see the sales price. Now, the good thing about buying them from me, I can drop ship them anywhere. So you don't have to worry about if you're not local. But if you want to try them out, you are welcome to come to the shop and try them out. But any dies you buy from here on out after you purchase a machine from me, you get those dies at 10% off. And every Thursday, I go live and I have a 15% off die. Now, you just get up to 15% off unless they're on sale. But it's just a really good price point because you save either way. You either save on the Thursday night live, or if you want to get that die later, you can get it for 10% off. So it's really nice to have that with the shop. So that is one of the services I offer, and we also ship the Acu Cutter straight to you. And you can go online to our shop at livingthedreamquiltshop.com and check out those prices. Just type in go, and the all the go cutters and dies that we have in the shop will come up. I should have that out by Friday, Sharon. I had to go out of town Thursday, and I had to go to a transmission line meeting Wednesday and a band meeting Tuesday, and Kenyon had therapy Tuesday and Thursday, and I had to work at Tri County 3 days, so I didn't get it out as quick as I did. Yes, that belt die, I'm expecting 5 different dyes in this week. And that should be on there. That was on the list they sent. So yeah, your belt die should be coming. Oh, and I think we've only got 3 more to go, and we'll get that cutter out. If you're just tuning in, say hey, let us know where you're from, let us know what you're working on. We've been swapping stories about what to work on and what to watch. And that means I get to see you again, right, Miss Sharon? I have 4 to go. Tissue break. Oh, okay. And this mister really doesn't waste the stuff either, because I've still got over half a bottle, and we've used quite a bit here tonight. Seth, I'll be going into my app later to add all these in and add my project in. And if you're new here, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, check out the podcast on the app that Seth did. There is a great app out there for Android phones only. We haven't got it ready for the Apple yet. But if you have an Android phone, go on your app store and download Ancestral Sewing. It's $4.99, but you get to register your machines. And if you would like to share the story of your machine with others, like if you found a featherweight for $25 at a pawn shop or a Goodwill, anything like that, you can share that. And future generations, if your granddaughter gets the machine, or somebody buys it in a thrift store, like you might have, they can look up that machine serial number and read your story and know where their machine came from, which I think is tremendous. But it doesn't stop there. Seth added a sewing room on there where you can take pictures of all your fabric. You can put all the information in there about your fabric, your notions, your thread, your patterns, and you can put projects you're working on, list out all your steps, your pattern, your thread, all the fabric you're using for it, take pictures of it. And when you walk into a quilt shop, instead of scanning through 10 million different pictures trying to find that one quilt, you can simply go to your sewing room and bring up all your projects and show what you're working on, match fabric for it. It is simply amazing. So, Seth, if you're not driving and you want to share the link to that on the site, you can, but it's called Ancestral Sewing on the Android app, on the Android store apps. And I'll be adding mine in there tonight. So, yeah, I know exactly what quilt shop I bought it from and what the name of all the fabrics were. It is to die for. I love it. All right, Glenda from Florida, welcome in. Oh, Marie, you should have stopped by, honey. Absolutely. I was just here working, picking out fabric for this lovely quilt I'm going to try out. What are you doing? And Glenda, we are so glad to have you. And for those of you just tuning in, I'm cutting 20-inch pieces of fabric to put on the Go Cutter. I'm going to do I'm going to join in on another Quilt Shop's tumbling block tutorial. I want to make it too. I've never made one. And I am going to see how fast I can cut these 355 diamonds on the Go Cutter instead of trying to cut them all myself. So we're going to see how fast that'll go. There, Seth has just listed the link if anybody'd like to check out that app. It is amazing. I promise you'll love it. We had a lot of girls in the shop doing the not the demo, they were testing it for us and absolutely loved it. No other app like it. It started off to be a small project, but it turned into something huge. Because quilters need huge, right? The bigger the better. Go big or go home. Poor Seth had to work his bottom off to get that app to do everything we wanted it to do. I already had enough requests, and then when you had 10 other quilters in there. You been working on anything lately, Marie? You've been quiet. I haven't seen you for a couple weeks. Oh, I've got a wrinkle on that. Can't have that. All right, I think we just got one more. Look at this owl. I love that owl. Is he in there? I can't see. Yeah, look at that owl. These colors are tremendous. All right, this is the last one, and then we're going to get the Acu Cutter out and see what we can do. The saying is, cut time to quilt more. So we are going to use our cut time to see how fast it can happen so we can quilt more. And Karen, when you post that to the community, if you want to post a picture of how flat your seams were using that pen with this Acorn Easy Press in it, they were the flattest seams I've ever seen. And they were round. They were curved. It's down for maintenance tonight? Oh, okay. Hey, Dottie, how are you, sweetheart? Good to see you, honey. All right, I'm going to put this pressing pad down. Put this away. I'm going to unplug this iron. Set it over here. And let me get our cutter. There is our die. Let's see, where's this plug? All right, so this is our biggest machine, and it folds up just like that, perfectly. Doesn't take up a lot of room. And you can get a case, a rolling case for it to fit right in with your dies. And then you just lay it down like that and open it right up. And I'm going to turn it around so the front is facing you guys. And then I can show you everything that comes right out the back of it. Pour it around to the right side. And let's get this baby plugged in. All right. Straight where you guys can see it good. Okay, so this is our big go. This is Go Big. Now, the difference between the Go Big and we have two others, the bolt cutter, which is also electric. This is electric, as you can see by the power cord. And we have the Go, which is a crank. And the crank is not hard to do at all. When you first start, it takes a little bit of effort to get it in. But once you've got it in, you just turn it. Which I have carpal tunnel, so it bothers me a little bit. And I like to have things done quick and fast without me moving. So I got the big. And the only real difference between them, other than the crank versus electric, is the Go Big will take these huge dies. They're orange and they're called grizzlies. So on the grizzlies, you can layer them 12 thick. On the others, you can layer them 6 thick. So we are going to try this grizzly out, see how this bad boy works, because my regular die, which will fit in both the Go and the bolt, is over at my grandmother's house. So I've got the big boy here, and first I'm going to show you guys again. These are my lights. Show them there where you guys can see these. 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are my darks. 1. Love my darks. My darks are my favorite. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, a flannel raggy. I love raggy quilts. They are awesome to make. And here are my mediums. Wait a minute, I think that's a light. No, yeah, that's a light. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, 6 darks, and here are my mediums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 mediums. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's try this baby out. I'm going to do, because I want to keep mine separated from the others, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open these up. And I found out a trick the other day, which I don't always want them the same way. I want to mix them up, so I'll keep that folded. But I will tell you guys the trick I learned the other day. So if you're wanting to do like all the same half square triangles or all the same squares, like if I wanted to do every one with this on one side and this on the other, if you layer them face to face and cut, then all you have to do is pick them up and carry them to the sewing machine. You don't have to turn them right side out. But because I'm going to mix them up, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to lay these out so we can cut them. And I'm going to try to get my tops as even as possible. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And this will be 5/6. And it says it'll cut 12. So we're going to try and see if it'll cut all 12 of these. Try to keep these as even as possible. So there's 8 layers. I'm sure I got these even here. Hold them up. Shake them out a little bit. So 9, 10. And 11, 12. Okay, so I don't know if you, well, I know you can't see this other side. I'm going to hold it up here. Let's see. So here is my grizzly die. And the actual strips are 1, 2, 3, 4. Where you see these dark black lines, those blades are right underneath there. I'm doing tumbling blocks, Dottie. We're going to see how many we can cut at once. So 2.5 inch for a 2.5 inch diamond. So right there's our blades. And this is the strip cutter. So I'm going to lay these down here on the edge. And I'm going to try to make sure they're as straight as possible, so I get really accurate cuts. And I'm going to lay them so they are right over this first line. I don't know how well you guys can see that line. But the first line is right here, and I just want it going over that edge, so I'm not wasting a lot of fabric. We don't want to waste fabric here. Okay, so, and you have a line, a straight white line up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's right here. And I've got another straight white line right here at the bottom. So I want to make sure I'm within that. And if your fabric is 42 inches or 44, it should fall right within that. They have it set up so it'll work. Okay, so I'm going to make sure all of these are pretty even. I don't want it going too far in and missing that first cut there. Okay, so I'm lined up with that white line. I'm lined up there. I'm way over that edge. Let me back up a little bit here. I don't want to waste too much fabric here. Okay. And I'm going to make sure this is nice and smooth. That one's moved up a little bit. I don't want it up that far. There we go. So when I lay my mat on top of this, I want to make sure that when it pushes down, it doesn't push over that white line, but it's lined up good with it. Now, I could take this and fold it back over to cut my other strips, but it only allows 12 layers, and we've got our 12 layers, so I don't want to go over that. So I'll just put that back through, and you can leave it hanging off just like it is. Now I'm putting the mat over it. I've got everything pushed down. I'm going to slide this over, and I'm just going to get this like this so it'll pull through there, which it should. Oh, I need to turn it on, and I'm just going to push this through. So as you can see, it's pulling that bulk fabric through there. Oh, I don't think it likes my bulk fabric. Doggone it. I think I had too much bulk there. Yep, it is cut it, but it doesn't like my bulk fabric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the scissors, and I'm going to cut some of this bulk off. So I'll move this mat right over here where I know I'm level. Let me cut some of this. I can't even cut through that much, but these cutters sure will. So it will pull extra fabric through there, but not that much. So what I should have done was taken 6 layers and folded them over, and that's what we'll do on the next pass through. Okay, so there's my excess. I've still got that lined up. I have not moved that fabric at all. So I'm going to just lay this back down easy and send this back through, and it should cut right on that again. Absolutely. Learning curve, Sharon. Yes. Yeah, this is my first time doing 12 layers, so, and doing that wide. It will pull 6 layers through. I've done that. Okay, so first one, you rub the top to get rid of any friction. You slide this off, and now let's see how we did. There is one set, all 6 cut perfectly. Look at that. Perfect. Here is the next set. Oh my God, I love this machine. Here is the next set. Lovely. Look at all these strips. Oh my God, I could do a jelly roll rug. I might have to do a jelly roll rug after I do this. There is the next set cut perfect. And here is my waist. Look at that. That is wonderful. Okay, so now what we're going to do, first Becky's going to look. What is our rule? Measure twice, cut once. So that I do not screw this up, let me look at this video. And I know she tells me, I think it's on the 30 degree. Let's see. And this is Tumbling Block Sew Along
because this is a 2.5
with
inch
Quilt
with
in
the
the
fabric
Valley.
strip. My 60-degree line is still going right
60
like that.
degree.
So I have
Oh,
my 60-degree line there and my
I am
2.5 inch.
so glad I went back and looked. I was thinking 30. Okay, so what we're going to do, look here. This should be amazing. All right, I'm going to move these strips except those 6 right there. So I'm going, because it'll do 12 layers, I'm going to break this in half into 6 and 6 because we might be folding over. Okay, so on this board, we have a 30 degree line, a 45 degree line, and a 60 degree line. So what we want to do is we want to follow our strips right on that 60 degree line. And I can pull this up. Let me move this where you can see it. Oh, I don't want you to go yet. Now, here, oh, here is our blade right here where that black line is. Now, when I follow that 60 down, I want to make sure that my edge is right below that black line, because if I have it pulled up too far, it's going to cut into my selvage. I want to pull that right below that black line and follow it all the way up to the last blade, making sure I am straight on that 60 degree line. And then I'm going to fold right over top like that. Now this one won't make it. So I wonder, that would make a whole nother triangle if I didn't fold that over. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold it like this. I'm not going to fold it. I'm going to run it like this. It's 6 deep. And then I've got this much hanging off. But I can get 4 more diamonds if I save that and open it up like this. So I will save fabric. So now what you do is you just line this just like this. Oh, I need to make sure I'm up here on that line. There we go. Make sure this one's up here. So you want to move it up so your little edge is just right below that black line. And make sure you're staying straight with the one beside you. And the reason I'm staying with the 6 instead of the 12 is because I don't want to cut these off, and I don't want that bulk getting caught in there like it did before. So I am just layering this so that bulk doesn't show up. If I was cutting these off, I could definitely be layering these at 12. Okay, and that won't cut that one, so but if I put it up here, that'll cut all of that one, I do believe. No, it's going to leave me an edge there, so I'm going to go up to this next one, and if I layer it right there, that will cut that off. And I am going to cut this extra off here, because that's a lot. And get my line going. Okay, so there we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and a half. Now all I got to do is lay this over top of here. And we could layer it thicker, but I don't want to cut the bulk off, and I've got a lot of bulk over here. I don't want that to get caught up. I don't know if I can lay it across like that. We could try that. Let's see what happens. No, it won't work that way. So let me pull that back down. Let's see what happens here. It's pulling that right through. Oh, I dropped my microphone. Okay, so let me turn this sideways where you guys can see the magic. Stand my microphone back up. Take a quick tissue break, and then we'll see some amazement. Okay, you guys, so let me rub this to get any friction off of it. Slide it sideways. Pull it up. Now, so let's see. Here's our waist. We've got that little piece. There is our waist. And let's see, how long did it take me while I was explaining to cut the strips and then run this through? It might have been 4 or 5 minutes. So here is the ones I'm going to put up later. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. Look at this. Look at how neatly they're cut. So there is 6, count with me, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. Oh, those came apart. 60, 66, 72, 78, 84, 90, 96, 102, 108, 114, 120, 126. Right there is 132. Oh, you guys couldn't see the pile. There is 132 rectangles we cut in less than 5 minutes, other than me cutting the strips of fabric while I talk to you. So we sent it through with the strips, then we sent it back through on the 60-degree angle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these strips that we had back here on the other end of the strips we had. I'm going to open each one of these up. That way I can cut these and get more out of them. If I would have folded them back over, when I folded them over, they would have only cut 4, and this would be waist up here, from here to here. But if I open this up, we're going to get 4, we'll get an extra angle out of each one of those. So just use your math. See when you fold it over. If you've got a fold where the folded over part ends, you might be able to get a whole new strip out of that. And I don't want to waste any fabric. Yeah, you can fold them back on yourself, Karen, but we were going to lose one of the angles, and I didn't want to lose that other angle. So that's why I didn't do it. Because now I'll get 5 instead of 4. Which I could have just folded that over, not worried about that 5th one. But I was just trying to get every inch I could for you guys. Isn't this amazing? I love it. And now, I mean, you can load this 12 thick, so I can go back over this, and because of this little folded piece up here, that'll make that 4. I only have 2 little strips here, but because I folded each one back, that makes 4. And I can load that up to 12. So here is and I'm making sure that I'm getting over this top black blade. That one really needs iron, but I'll iron it in just a little bit. And I can pull that up just a little. There we go. So I think we're at, oh, we're not at 12. Heck no. So that's 4, 6, 7, 8. But you guys saw loaded to 12 on the strips. It cut perfectly. I love that. So we had 48 strips, more than a jelly roll, just from our first set of cuts. Our first cut. All right, so that loads that one down. And if I wouldn't have been trying to save fabric, we could have already had these on here and through the cutter. But I was trying to save to get that last little one out of each one and have as little waste as possible. And that was all of my waste from all of that. And most of that is salvage. So that is not much waste at all. Good night, Jean. Have a good night. Melissa, you have a great night. Night, Dottie. Okay, so I'm actually, I've got a couple more of the strips to go through, but can you believe 100 and how many did we say? That was crazy, the amount of uh, diagonals we just got. It was a third of what we need. And by the time I do these other strips, we'll have everything we need and more, actually. So actually, I wouldn't have needed to save these other pieces to get that one extra diamond, but I can use that for a future project, right? So what I'll do, I'll just, let me see. That has 3 layers. We'll lay these right on top of there. I'm not going to worry about that extra diamond on these. Okay. And then I've got these. I'll lay right here. And I won't worry about that extra diamond. And then I have these strips. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And the only reason I'm not cutting the medium and the dark strips right now is because I don't want to mix them up with my other diamonds. I want to keep them all straight. Oh, I can't do that. That's 12 thick right there. Here are all the diamonds we just cut with one pass. Love it. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect diamonds. Let me pull one off just so you guys can see. And let me lay this on. Do I have something dark? Here we go. Look at this. Look how perfect that cuts. I couldn't cut those little tips on a diamond that straight on the bias to save my soul. And this did it with ease. Okay, so now we're going to send this back through. And like I said, the regular dies, you can load six layers deep. The grizzly dies, you can load 12 layers deep. And as long as you don't have a lot of extra, you can send some through here and it won't bulk that up. Oh, my microphone keeps wanting to fall over. Okay, rub that and get any friction off of it. Slide it sideways. And I'll pull all of my little piece, my wastes off first, right there. And here, this was folded over and didn't go all the way. I've got a couple of those in here. All right, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 24. Is that a group of 12? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32. I think that only had 6. 33, 34, 35, 36. That's 12. So 48, 60, 72. Oh, this little bit. 84. This one was full. 96. 108. 120. That's waist. Just little half triangles there. And then these, yeah, that has 12. 132. 144. 156. And these only have 2, 4, 6. So 162. And this one, oh, it just needs ironed. It kind of bent over. 168 and 174. 174 pure perfect diamonds. And the other time we had, was it 134 or 144? So look at all the diamonds we cut in less than 10 minutes. That is simply amazing. And these are just our lights. So I still have the mediums and darks to cut. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and let you guys go play with your stuff. But if you want to check out our AccuCutters, please go online to the shop. They are on sale at amazing prices. You can see when you type in "go" and an exclamation point, it will come up with all of our Go cutters and dies. They're on sale for Christmas in July. You can see the regular price and the sale price. Get them while they're on sale. It is right, Sharon? Sharon just bought the machine. She bought the crank. She bought it back the next day and said, I want the electric. Hadn't opened the box yet, so she got an electric one. We sold out in Dayton. We almost sold out before we left here, and I had to order more. Get them while they're on sale. And if you buy from our shop, you get a 10% discount on every accessory and die you buy after the machine purchase. So you always save with living the dream. So Thank you for watching tonight. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We are on Facebook, but Facebook deletes the videos. So you can go to YouTube and see the videos anytime. Years from now, you'll be able to see them. So hit that subscribe button and give us a like. We always appreciate you guys. Thanks for helping me live my dream. I hope you're all living yours, and I will see you Thursday night with our next live show, and look out for a tutorial on its way this week. Love and hugs, everybody. I will see you soon. Oh, we've got Texas in the house. All right. South Texas. Welcome, Tina. We've got a couple Texas people, Alice Patterson and Judy. I can't think of Judy's last name, but welcome in Texas. We love Texas. I will see you all later. Have a great